Hello, you are now watching another TroupeCast. Today's topic, EVO 2019. EVO is one of the greatest fighting game tournaments to be held around the world. Many players from across the globe travel to Las Vegas to compete for cash prizes and to become a champion. So we're going to run down quickly our game's lineup. Under Night and Birth, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Soul Calibur 6, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Tekken 7, Mortal Kombat 11, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, Samurai Shodown completes this list. Pretty good list. What a time to be a fighting game fan and player. So let's start with Under Night and Birth. Okay, America has a favorite in this game. That's a great thing. Go USA. Red Blade, that's his name. He uses Wagner and he's so good with the character. An impressive onslaught. Oppressive and impressive onslaught. See that? See what I did there? Anyway, the grand finals in his CEO run was against Goichi and he made it look easy. He really just kept the pace going, won match after match, and he was damn near flawless. However, at this year's Combo Breaker, Red Blade lost to a Byakuga player named Clearlamp. Now I'll admit, my game's knowledge, I'm not sure how good Byakuga is, but Clearlamp was playing out of his mind, and Okizeme, Byakuga's Okizeme was the key to victory, the linchpin. And, Red Blade is a strong player using Wagner. That's a great combination. Strong player, strong character that is just straight rushdown. So, with more players coming to EVO, Red Blade, he has more players to fight, So how can you overcome some random players maybe, like some different players from different nations. This is the first time, Under Night gets a main stage. Players will be a little nervous. And again, the unique cast of characters, like what the heck is Merkava other than Nightmare Fuel? It's really interesting to see this game get a main event spot. Last year in the side tournament, American player Squish defeated Heiho, and in the grand finals that featured Akatsuki, Squish is using Akatsuki. That's pretty good to see because Akatsuki looks like an honest character, one you have to play, honest footsies with and really, cash in on opportunities. But then again, the player he beat, Heiho, he won Blaze Blue last year. So he wasn't like, some random player, and Blaze Blue, let me clarify, was Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Heiho won that last year. So, I'm thinking, is America secretly good at this game? I know Sonic Fox plays this, Punk plays this, so maybe USA will win. But if I had to make a prediction right now, I'm going to go with Red Blade. I think he has a lot of momentum after CEO, and I think Wagner and him, it's a good character player match. So yeah, Red Blade wins, brings 1 point home, 1 championship home for the US. Let's see if we have more USA champions in this predictions. So next up, I'm going to talk about Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. The game made its debut last year. Like I said, Heiho won the championship. Again, this features like Yu Narakami, Ragnar the Blood Edge, the Under Night crew, and Ruby, man, let's go. Kick-ass music. This game has the best soundtrack, hands down. Let's agree on that. So let's get into some of the, analytics, or as I like to call it, some of the meat of this podcast. So a year makes a lot of difference here. Okay, we got more characters to play. Ruby Godot, that was the team that everyone played. It doesn't rule the scene anymore. Still a good team, but it's not the one to go to. So let's break down some results here. Romeo defeated Reno. Great matchup. Romeo makes it to Arc Revo. Good storyline going in, huh? He's a favorite. But both players are good. I mean, that's taking nothing away from Reno. Reno plays a lot of other fighting games. A veteran on the scene, right? So, but that goes to my point. No one's dominating the scene right now in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Anyone can be anyone, I think. And for the most part, if your character starts with the letter M, yeah, this is some high level thinking here, right? You're good. Think about it for a minute, right? You have Merkava, Mika, Mitsuru. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. But then, you know, if you think about it even harder, top 8 at Combo Breaker, right, featured players having at least one Under Night character on it. I think 7 out of the top 8 had an Under Night character. Then top 8 at CEO had 5 players use an Under Night character. So that tells me that that universe is broken, or at least very good on the tier list. Then, you know, Mitsuru is very splashable because the team of Mitsuru and Yuzuriha, that's the team that, you know, is very common on the scene. Combo Breakers results. One of the best Japanese players in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Koji Kog, defeated Base, Wallenstein, and Tager. I mean, that's always a fun team to watch. And Base was using the aforementioned team of Mitsuru and Yuzuriha. Now, I'll be remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about EVO Japan. And we saw Tomo take out Alcromakos. Sorry if I said that wrong. Alcromakos. That's better. So yeah, Tomo uses my Godo, okay? Not Ruby Godo, as opposed to Alcromakos' team. And Tomo was in loser's bracket, and he won 6 straight games, straight. He just kept winning. And Mai is a slept-on character. Again, if your character starts with the letter M, you're in good shape. You know, you're good. So if I make a quick prediction here, I'm gonna go with Tomo. I think he has Mai, so he's bringing that BlazBlue experience. And I think Godo is always a good character on your team. I think my Godo is gonna take it this year. So I'm going with Tomo. For BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, like I said, entertaining soundtrack, entertaining game to watch. Surprisingly, it's going on Sunday first in Championship Sunday. A lot of people were saying, hey, that's Mortal Kombat spot, but I'm not going to complain. I mean, I think, you know, both games are fun to watch, and I think just throwing that anime game in there to lead us off. I think in BlazBlue, the franchise, has led off EVO before, if I'm not mistaken, and it led off with one of the greatest grand finals, you know, of all time, Galileo versus Dogura. So I mean, I'll go with BlazBlue. Alright, next up, Soul Calibur 6. You know, I really hope this game doesn't die after this EVO, but you know, it's a game that usually does. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. But it's very underrated in terms of style and grace. And what I mean by that is that you can use swords, nunchucks, a giant axe, a bow staff, and whatever Vodo uses. Now, I know what it is. It's a guitar, and it hails from India. My point is, many styles means loads of fun, and that's what you get in Soul Calibur. You get Cutthroat, you get 2B, Amy. So okay, let's begin this tale of souls and swords in NorCal. The NorCal Regional Finals saw Blue God versus Linkors. That is a common rivalry in this scene. These two players are probably 1 and 2. And ironically, you know, they used what is considered maybe 1 and 2, you know, the best 2 characters in the game, in Aswell and Siegfried. In this case, though, I think Linkors was using Gethroat, and well, it didn't work out. Aswell, I think, from watching it, just looks cheap. Soul Charge Aswell, Chuck E. Cheese, man. And that's the story, right? If you're facing someone using Aswell, man, you could lose. You could find yourself going home 0-2 just because you lost to 2 Aswell players. That would suck. But it's fair to say that like Xianghua, Siegfried, Ivy, they're good characters, okay? Siegfried is probably the second best character in the game. But Aswell, sometimes, man, he's in a class of his own. Once he pops Soul Charge, man, you just gotta sit there and let him come in on you and do a lot. But Combo Breaker. Let's talk about Combo Breaker real quick. Linkors is back in Grand Finals, so he's consistent. Linkors is a very consistent player, okay? And he uses Siegfried to start off against Rich Sticks, Godlike Maxi. And when I say godlike, it's just really, really good to see Maxi flow, man. Rich Sticks got everything going. And it was a thrilling match. Very thrilling. Compelling to watch. If anyone who wants to get into Soul Calibur needs to see some top players, watch this Combo Breaker Grand Final. And it was a rough set. I mean, Linkors had to switch back to Gear Throw, and he won. He got the W, okay? He was shaking, man. I mean, I would be nervous too. But victory was achieved. Great sportsmanship between the two players. And you gotta ask yourself, though, I didn't see Blue God and Aswell in this tournament in Combo Breaker. But Blue God returns, man. He comes back as CEO. CEO is like, you know, a great place to just, you know, get a championship belt, man. So, of course, Blue God and Aswell is there. And they defeat Rich Sticks, you know, in a interesting set because Rich Sticks does reset the bracket. But then, you know, Blue God establishes dominance again, and he takes the championship 3-0. And Blue God finishes it off with a Muscle Buster. So, okay. If you follow all that, Blue God, Aswell, favorites. Linkors and Rich Sticks, 2 and 3. But let you know, I did my research. I dug in a little bit. Let's go into the Michigan Masters scene. All right. And that grand final, it was very dramatic. Remember, kids, don't hit the PS button until you actually win. But anyhow, Kugui and Macho, 2 good players from what I've seen. They use Ivy, and then check this out. Kugui went to a counter pick, it seems. He picked Grohl. Now, Grohl is a very solid character. Very good if you want to just see what your opponent is doing, because he has a little bit of everything. So he isn't like someone that's going to like be like, oh my god, this guy is cheap. But he just has everything. He's a jack of all trades. But check this out. Kugui, his main is not Grohl. Okay, that's a counter pick. His main is Xianghua, and he's actually really amazing with the character. I saw some footage. I'm like, oh my god, why? You know, your Xianghua is amazing, and you're using Grohl in Grand Finals as a counter pick. It worked out, don't get me wrong, in this Grand Finals. But that says something a lot about the player, where you can be like, I'm a counter pick, and it's going to be just as good as my main. So, when it comes to making a prediction, I'm going to go with Linkors, okay? I think he has a lot of knowledge of the game. He plays Siegfried very well. He has the get throw pocket pick if he needs it. But it wouldn't shock me if Blue God or any other Aswell made wins it, because I think Aswell needs a patch. I think he needs to be, you know, like toned down, nerfed. But I think if anyone can overcome the odds, it's Linkors. I think he's that good of a player. All right. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. All right. Let's get this out the way. It's closing the night. Championship Sunday ends with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's a good thing for the community. I think the game is the most fresh, and what I mean by that is it has the largest cast of characters you can think of from everyone's beloved franchises. And I think, you know, Smash Brothers, the community spoke up. I mean, they entered this game. Everybody entered here. Unironically, you know, the game, you know, tells us everyone is here. That means every character is here, every player is here, okay? And I think that's a good way to close the show. I think we need a game this year that's going to cater to FGC communities and casual communities. And I think Smash Brothers has that entertainment value that you just don't get in any other fighting game. It's all over the place. It's crazy. Different play styles. Counter pick on counter pick. The only game where you can stage counter pick, apparently. Well, no. Then again, I think you could do that in Tekken and Soul Calibur to some degree. But here is really a big deal, right? Blast zones and all that. Anyhow, you got your newcomers, right? Like your Inklings, your Incineroars, your Simon Belmonts, Ridley. No one uses Ridley, unfortunately. But let's talk about 10 characters that is going to do good. 10 characters that is going to be played often. Snake. Why not? Then he's every projectile he got this. Projectile Wars is his game. Great at a distance. And wow. Okay. He hits hard. Okay. The character hits hard. Snake is good. Joker. Very fast pace. Excellent recovery. And if he pops Arson, he's a combat character. He can be down and he comes right back and before you know it. Inkling. Great kill confirms. Movement is on point. Recovery's good. Just an overall great rushdown character. You got Peach. Combos for days. Watch Samsora if you just need like a demo. Controls the air and neutral. This is a character that is really, really solid. Good buttons. Good smashes. Good tilts. Floats in the air. Can combo you. Turn up. Peach is crazy. Olimar. Great combos. Controls that neutral. Can deal big damage. And he's a little bit small, so he's hard to hit. Wario, hard hitting, good recovery. He has the waft, the fart. He can come back on you. Good buttons. Wario, again, another character that is in your face. Wolf is another character that's going to be used. And I like him because he punishes you for like just doing a lot of buttons. And he hits hard. And hard reads with Wolf leads to excellent rewards. So if you have good reads, Wolf is your character. Greninja, a very fast-paced character. In your face a lot, in and out. Little trickery with the little teleports and shurikens. And again, he's a lot like Joker when you think about it. Minus the comeback factor of Arson. But Greninja is a good character, man. And then finally. No, there's two more, my bad. We have Lucina, a character that I think has great pokes, good at almost any range except for like really long. And, she can shield stab and really get by a lot of things. Fire Emblem characters are solid characters, but Lucina really, fits the bill on like the best Fire Emblem character, or one of the best. Okay, Palutena is the last character for this like 10 characters you'll see, and she makes it hard to get in. She has a lot of ways to like hit you. Her damage racks up over time, and if I can describe a Palutena's playstyle, it's like reactive zoning. They react to what you do and hit you with that right long range move, or they go in at the right time. It's very reactive, and it's really interesting to see a Palutena come into play because sometimes it's a counter pick. Sometimes it's be like, yo, Palutena is not even my main. I'll just pick her for matchups. So it's really interesting to see these 10 characters, and I'm gonna say them again just in case. Snake, Joker, Inkling, Peach, Olimar, Wario, Wolf. Who's after Wolf again? Hold up. I'm trying to remember. Greninja, Lucina, Palutena. There you go. That's the 10. And I think among these characters, you probably will see a lot of top players with these characters. But let's predict the top 8 in a massive field. That's tough. There are some favorites. There are some household names you're going to be like, oh yeah, definitely. But let's think for a second. MK Leo. Let's start off with him. Very consistent player. I mean, he's always in the top 8, it seems. Keep in mind that he uses Joker. He is the pioneer for Joker. and he makes the character look twice as good as what you really think. So Leo's in there, no, without a doubt. I'm gonna go with Nairo, veteran on the scene. He plays very reactive, and he's always, at EVO finds a way to play even better. So I'm gonna go with Nairo here. The Buzz, again, similar to Nairo, they bring their best at EVO. I think like Nairo and the Buzz are like EVO top 8 specialists, I guess, if that makes any sense. The Buzz doesn't use Rosa anymore as much. Like, he does pull it out, but when it's time for business, he goes to the Olimar. Mars, this guy and his Zero Suit, one of the few players that actually uses Zero Suit to her full potential. She's not Smash 4 Zero Suit, but he gets it done. Defeated MK Leo recently. Let's say Zachary. I think, again, Wolf. It's a character that if you have momentum on your side and you're getting all the reads, why not pick the best Wolf player I can think of in Zachary to make it to top 8? Next, France's own Gluttony. I hope I said that right. But yeah, Gluttony. He uses Wario. The character's great. The player's great. Again, it's one of those matchups. Why not make a top 8, man? Next, Samsora and his Peach. Combos for days. Samsora, he's the innovator. He really performs with this character. And then I'm gonna go with Cosmos. Again, like you can fill up with a lot of other top 8 Smash players. It's really tough to pick from this field. But Cosmos and Inkling, I think it's a good player character match. And I think he has a lot of knowledge. He seems like someone who is gonna have a breakthrough here at EVO with this character and really, show up. Now, who wins? Whoever's having the best day, honestly. But I'm gonna go with Gluttony over MK Leo in a tight set, maybe even a bracket reset. All right, moving on. Tekken 7. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some good ass Tekken, alright? All the gods will be there, the Tekken gods. No one will forget Little Majin's run last year. It was very good. Ultimately, Low High defeated Kudans last year in the grand final. But we have some new characters on this game. Negan, fan favorites like Lei, Wulong, and Julia are back. So I say Tekken 7. It's guaranteed to be entertaining, let's just say that. So, let's run down some tournament results here. At Versus Fighting, we saw last year's EVO champ Low High go up against Nee. Things didn't go well for Low High, but the champ should feel good about Shaheem. It performed very well against Steve, and Nee and Steve is like the combo to watch. Now, in Osaka, let's go to Osaka real quick. At Well Played Challenger Osaka, the Tekken fans saw Nee win again against Noroma, and Nee, he's a good choice to make a huge run at this year's EVO. As CEO, he was inevitable, and I say that reference because he came into the championship ring with the Infinity Gauntlet, and he took out his teammate Chanel in grand finals with no mercy. Like, he threw him into the pit for one of the stones. It's crazy. Steve, Nee, on a roll right now, the hottest player in Tekken. But other Tekken gods like Take, JDCR, Saint, I'm sure they're preparing. They're in the lab right now, probably as I speak. Then you got Arslan Ass. If he got his visa situation sorted out, he's in there to win. He can defeat Nee. You got Rangchu. He's always a threat. But for some reason, never overlook the Americans. Never, okay? You got Little Majin, Anakin, and Joey Fury out throwing speed kits or color core. They can make some noise, okay? So predicting top 8 is very exciting. And all these players are familiar with each other, but this is gonna be interesting. Let's predict it. Nee. Okay, let's just get that out the way. Nee, Steve, favorite to win it. I'm gonna go with Chanel. I think he has like a great cast of characters. I think he could play like 5 characters. Speaking of 5 characters, I think JDCR can play 5 characters. He's that good. Then you got Saint. I'm gonna go with Jen Ding. He has a Lucky Chloe Eddie combo that's always reliable. Low High, last year's champ. Arslan Ash, very great player. And let me just throw America in there. Anakin. Think he's gonna bring it and bring some hype to top 8. But ultimately, I got Nee defeating Saint. The Korean overlords are gonna take it again. And I think Steve and Nee are going on a memorable one. And I think it continues. This run is amazing, actually. When you watch it and how he controls the pace of a match with Steve, it's fun to watch, man. Nee, great run overall. So that's Tekken 7. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat 11. Who doesn't love a good disembowelment, man? That's Mortal Kombat in a nutshell. The gore and violence is up to 11. I know, that's a bad pun. But anyway, it's fun. It's a fun game. So, the tournament scene shapes out like this. You either got the field or you got Sonic Fox, okay? That's like in golf back in the day. You got the field or you got Tiger Woods. So if it's a game made by NetherRealm Studios, you best believe Sonic Fox is one of the best to beat. But let's name some players who can give him some competition, who is right up there with him on a good day. We got Dragon, man. He's a great player. Really, the only player that leads the Centurion army, man. Like, everyone tells me Centurion, great character, man. You don't see her online at all, though. What's up with that? Dragon makes the character look good, but I guess it's too much work to use Centurion. Like, you gotta know your zoning, your spacing. So, but still, hard work pays off, and Dragon, he's that player, man. He puts in the hard work. Scar, he defeated Sonic Fox at Combo Breaker, but that was before Sonic Fox has devoted himself to Cassie. Cassie Cage, arguably is the best character in the game, okay? And Sonic Fox, since using that character, hasn't looked back. So it's up to Scar to figure out, man, how do I beat this character? How do I beat this man? I mean, then you got your international players, like Hayate, Foxy Grandpa, or Tekken Master. They can win. They're very good players. They really do their homework. Maybe they can do some counter picking. It does seem like being able to play multiple characters in this game can give you an edge that you need, especially since this game is still kind of like young, still growing. So when it comes to making a prediction here, let's go into our top 8 here. This is interesting, right? Sonic Fox, yeah, solid player, definitely will make top 8. Dragon, yep, I think he is just as good, very talented. Gurr, I like seeing him play, so he's in there in my top 8. Tweety, the rivalry between him and Sonic Fox is legendary, and he has the skills to back it up. Scar, great player. Deoxys, I think he's another hardworking player. I hope he gets a top 8. It'll be a great story for him. Kombat, I like watching him play. Kombat, man, I think he could play multiple characters. I think he's a sleeper pick. I think he could take out Sonic Fox. And Foxy Grandpa, yes, I'm gonna go with Foxy Grandpa in there, and to round out my top 8. So for grand finals, man, who do we have in grand finals? Sonic Fox, yep, I think he's gonna win against Scar, man. I think Sonic Fox has a lot of knowledge about this game already, right? Mortal Kombat 11 seems like a Sonic Fox game to win. He's going to win. I think it's going to be really hard to beat him. So moving on, Sonic Fox plays this next game, Dragon Ball Z Fighters. And oh man, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, or Dragon Fighter Z, I don't know. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, okay, that's the right way to say it. Anyway, this game has become stagnant. That's a good word, because you see Super Saiyan Goku, Kid Goku, Bardock. That's the meta right there, man. That's all you need. Nah, but again, it seems like a lot of teams are the same. A lot of the players are the same. You splash in a Kid Buu or Do Gohan. Sometimes Vegeta will get in there, and you seem like, okay, you're all good. But look, okay, this game is high paced. It's gonna be flashy all over the place. You know, you get cool characters and specialists, like someone who's just using Jiren, someone who's using Videl. But Kid Goku, he's the wave, man. He's the new Kool-Aid. You ain't drinking Kid Goku tonight, man. Anyway, I want a Cell in there, because, you know, the scream is always cool from the fans. But for fun, let's predict a top 8 that's a little less predictable. A little less. And I mean, I will throw in the usual names, but I'm going to throw in some names that, who knows, it could shake up the status quo. Mott-Toy. Yep, great Android 21 player. Subatomic Sabers, great Vegito player. Why not? Lord Knight, he seems to play every anime fighting game, so let's throw him in there. Goichi, great player. And now we're going to get into some names that be like, oh, okay, yeah, they always make it. Fenrich, solid player. Kazunoko, yep. Hook Gang God, yeah, I like Hook Gang God, man. His Piccolo, man. The Kill Sage, why not? Now of course someone will probably tell me Sonic Fox is gonna make top 8, man. You're probably right, but I just want to see if some of the players I picked here can shake up things. And if from this top 8, who wins it? I got Goichi winning against Hook Gang God. I think the fast-paced fighter, it's good, it's fun to watch, but if you see a certain player in grand finals, you know they're winning. You know it. They just belong there. They're having the greatest tournament of their lives. They probably won a really close match before then. Yeah, Goichi, he's that player, man. He's probably going to have a huge run, and it's going to be hard to stop him. Alright. Next up. Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Let's talk a little bit about competitive Street Fighter V. I think everybody can be a good player, man, in Street Fighter V at this point. And it's hard to call, man, who's a favorite, because, like, momentum can shift so quickly, and it's critical, man. There are a few players who have been able to make top 8s consistently. Tokido, Punk, for example, are the two players that come to mind. And that isn't easy, okay? The dedication is like on another level right now. And if you're not Fudo standing under waterfalls dedicated, then you're not ready for this tournament. So let's make some predictions here. Fudo, okay? Mika Birdie is a dangerous combination. He goes more to Birdie nowadays, but I think Fudo is ready to make another top 8. Tokido, okay? He was close to going back to back last year, lost to Problem X, but I think Tokido makes top 8s, just being so important, you know, like he understands situations, in important moments, in important situations, he clutches it out. That's Tokido in a nutshell, right? He's never out of a match, he knows how to come back, and his attention to detail is on another level. Speaking of attention to detail, Punk. I think he confirms like crazy. I mean, Punk and his confirms are just so good. He's capable of making a top 8. This is where Punk will struggle a little bit. Is at top 8, you know, those nerves, man. But Punk, I believe in you, man. So then you got Machabo, I said that wrong. Machabo. Most improved player by far, bar none. Okay? Him and his Nakali has been sticking through. You know, a lot of people will probably tell him, like, yo, man, change your character, you'd be much better. Nah, he sticks with Nakali, the Japanese player, man. He's really strong. He plays Guilty Gear. Machabo. He's going to make a top 8 this year. This is breakout. Let's throw in a name next, right, that people might have forgotten about it. And I'm gonna say this, I think America is gonna have a good year in this game this year. So I'm gonna throw in Snake Eyes. You know, last year we saw a cool kid make a huge run. Him and his Abigail, solid. I think Snake Eyes, man, he's due for it, man. I think he switched to G recently. It's a good match for him, I think. You know, G gives you a little bit of everything, and Snake Eyes is one of those players who is a little bit of everything. I know you can say, oh, he's a Zangief player, man, he should play Zangief, grappler for life, but I think Snake Eyes is ready to make some noise. Next, Fujimura. Man, he's been like the face of consistency. I think Fujimura, correct me if I'm wrong, has made every top 8 at EVO in Street Fighter. Yep, I think so. So Fujimura, man, why not make this year top 8? Then I'm throwing Phenom. He's been hot recently. Karen, Nikali, sometimes a Bison. So Phenom. And then I'm throwing Smug, man. Smug. You know, like, he's very entertaining to watch, but I think he's gonna make it this year in top 8. I think he has a solid G, a solid Belrog. He's learning every day. You can go watch his streams. You can go watch his YouTube. He's just learning so much more, man. It's crazy how, like, I'm saying all these 8 players, and they all could seem like they could get better. How is that? But, you know, it's just the dedication, and I think, you know, these 8 players, their dedication is going to pay off. So when it comes to predicting grand finals, I have a juicy one, okay? I have Fudo versus Punk in grand finals. This one is really good, right? I mean, like, Fudo is always known as the second place guy. Punk has taken one of the most devastating second place, you know, when he lost to Tokido, and he's going to use it as strength and fuel. It's going to be so anime up in here. But I'm going to go with Punk winning a tight set against Fudo. There will be a bracket reset. It probably will go down to the last round, last match. It's going to be very fun to watch. I mean, Birdie, Karen, it's like, you know, if Birdie touches Karen, it's game. If Karen controls the pace, she wins. It's really fun to watch. And to think about it, this won't main event EVO. So, you know, maybe on the, you know, taking away from that main event stage may make this grand final even better. Finally, let's talk about one of the youngest games on the scene right now, and it's at EVO, Samurai Shodown. You know, let's embrace death, as every duel is a chess match of carefully planned swordsmanship. One hit can equal big damage, and tension rises with each round. You know, this game is all about smart, calculated risk. You know, if you're like just mashing buttons, you're dead, okay? Don't mash buttons. Take it easy. Tranquilo. While spectators will instantly note the lack of combos, you know, I urge the people watching this game to study how, like, gameplay mechanics and knowledge can give you everything you need to win. Anyone who wants a retro style fighting game, this game is a breath of fresh air. But we have a bit of a problem, okay? And I'm just gonna look at some tournament results courtesy of Event Hubs, and this was SNK's official tournament. Lots of Genjiro on the board. You know what? There's a lot of Genjiro. In fact, 6 players out of this top 8 have selected Genjiro. Top 3 Genjiros. Grand final was a Genjiro mirror match. Right now, you're probably picking Genjiro as I speak in the character select screen. I see you. Everyone's a Genjiro player at heart, right? But let's think about it like this. Besides Genjiro, you will see Tam Tam, Haomaru, Ukyo, and Charlotte. Let's just hope that we get some variation, okay? This game is very young. You know, the meta is still breaking down as we speak, but everyone would agree Genjiro is the best character right now. So, predicting a top 8, I'm going to lead off with 2 KOF veterans, Reynolds and Romance. these guys play KOF, that talent naturally shifts into Samurai Shodown, and they're very good players. Then I'm gonna go with Kazunoko and Punko. Kazunoko for being just a player who plays every fighting game well, and Punko just because I've seen some of his like crazy play in this game, and he just goes ham. Okay, he don't care, and I think that can lead you to some success in this game. Then I'm gonna go with veterans like Justin Wong and Chris G. I think Justin Wong, he plays his game so well with Tam Tam. It's just made for him. Slow, steady. And Chris G, who defeated Wong at Defend the North, plays Haomaru, I believe. But he has a dash with Nakaruru. So, Chris G, great player. Why not? Pugera and then Kusanagi, they round out my top 8. Pugera, if I remember correctly, he used El Fuerte in Street Fighter 4. That was fun to watch. And then Pugera was just like, you know what? Let me just take my skills, Samurai Shodown. And I don't see him play Street Fighter 5, but hey, seeing him play some Samurai Shodown is fun. And then Kusanagi, I think he's been around for a long time, so I'm gonna go with that veteran instinct. And Kusanagi, you know, his KOF play, again, if you play KOF, it translates, it does. So in the grand finals, who am I gonna pick? Anyone can win. You know, like I said, this game is about calculated risk. One mistake can lead to massive damage and the end of a round. But I'm gonna go with Punko winning against Chris G. And I think Punko, man, he's gonna celebrate by taking off his shirt. Nah, maybe not, man. But I think Punko, man, he's a great player. And shout out, you know, to his streams, man. When I used to watch those, it used to be good times, man. Good times. So this is gonna round out. Let's round out EVO 2019 with some final thoughts. This Friday it begins, and you know, fighting games is very fun to watch, man. It is very fun to play too. So I encourage you right after this, play your favorite fighting game. But EVO is on another level of competitiveness, and when you are a competitor, you are trying to win, and you will do anything for that W. Well, not anything, but you know, within the rules. And I think watching that is fun, man. You see the tense moments. You can only describe it as like magical, man. Sometimes the reads, the execution, the clutch factor, it's gonna be on another level this year. And I think, like I said, EVO 2019 is a great time to be a fighting game fan, because not only do you get some great games to be played, but there might be some killer announcements, man. Like, what comes out of, like, let's say, for example, the Street Fighter camp. I mean, there's a lot of expectations. Like, when are we going to get some new characters, new stages, maybe some new mechanics? Then the Blaze Blue Cross Tag battle scene, I mean, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, they've been teasing another universe to enter the fray. We got Heart Aino, I know that, but you know, you never know. They may add another universe, another franchise. So, you know, look forward to fighting game announcements as well. And I think, you know, the gameplay is going to be there. But, you know, fighting game announcements is really fun to watch because you don't know what's going to happen. Ed Boon, I'm looking at you. Is Nightwolf coming, man? Or is it Sindel? Oh, heck, man. Maybe you just give us the whole character pass and, you know, it'll be like Christmas in July. But then again, it'll be in August. So forget what I said. You know. In closing, you know, go watch EVO, man. Go watch it because it gives you something to like see at its finest. You know, these are professionals at their best, man, and the best players really make things artistic. They make things fun, and it can get crazy, man. So without further ado, I'm closing out by saying I love fighting games. I like playing them, and watching them is, you know, an experience in and of itself that I can't describe other than by saying it's great, it's wonderful. And thank you for listening. Out for Troupe. This is me signing off. Take care. Enjoy your day or night. And go watch EVO Friday, man. And then Championship Sunday. You root for your favorite player in top 8. And maybe you too can feel like a champion. Later.